hit that like or the dislike, and hit the subscribe button. Morning, gang. It's Look at the Trees. I've got another Pastor Blaster episode for y'all, so let's get into it. I thought I'd start off by telling you guys I'm trying a couple different things with the setup for the show. I've figured out a pause button. After the 100 sub party, my one black friend got me thinking. He said, "Oh, it'd be cool if I could pause it." And I thought, yeah, I'm doing this shit on my phone, and I couldn't figure out how to pause it. And I was thinking, pause button. But I figured it out. I have to split the tape. I gotta, in my editing software, there's just a constant tape running of all the frames. So whenever somebody says something I disagree with, I gotta hit the split button. That'll split that tape. Then I can insert my reaction, and then it goes back together, and So figured that out. I'm gonna start incorporating that into this, and hopefully that will give you a better sound quality, because then I should be able to play the audio from the preacher at full volume without me worrying about me speaking over that at full volume and our words getting garbled together and you not be able to understand me and me, you know what I mean, the preacher and all that bullshit. I think this will make a better listening experience. So please give me some feedback about how the sound experience is for you. So with that said, we'll start it like we always do, with a rip and a sip. We'll be getting into Buster Seaton again, so that's who we'll be dealing with today. And like I said, let's start it like we always do. Gang, I'll see you on the small screen.
He made us though he would have went further, but they constrained you.
Yeah, God.
They constrained.
Yes, sir.
I believe Miss Calofa said, honey, don't let that stranger get by.
All right, let's get into what we got to dig into a good bit right here off the bat. First off, he's saying Clophas and Clophas's wife. He doesn't know that. He's making that up. And by his own admission, I don't remember if it's 16.0 or 16.1 with this fucking asshole with Buster Seaton here. One of the first episodes with him, he goes on this homophobic rant where he says these two prophets, Clophas, and they didn't name the other one. It couldn't have been two male prophets because they would have been living together and that would have been gay. So it must have been a male prophet and his wife. So that's where we get this Clophas and Clophas's wife. That is completely made up speculation by Buster Seaton. And he says it earlier in these episodes, even in our Pastor Blaster episodes here is what I'm talking about. But with that said, so just know that right off the bat, he's completely speaking out of his ass right off the fucking rip with saying Clophas's wife. Then he says that they must have constrained Jesus, because he's saying they were walking with Jesus and talking with this stranger. When he says the stranger, he's talking about Jesus. So they're saying they constrained him. That means they held him against his will, or confined him, constrained him, restrained him, basically forced him against his will. How would you force a god against an all-powerful deity against their will? None of the shit makes sense, and it's all speculation from the fucking start, because there is no female Clophas like he's fucking saying there is.
God, don't let him get by. Honey, let's go out there. And he said, let's go out there and construct. And they invited him to come in. You see, he's such a perfect gentleman, he will not come in where he's not invited. He won't show up at this camp meeting if he's not invited. He won't show up at your church if he's not invited. And he won't come into a sinner's heart unless the sinner invites him.
What is it, asshole? Is he your fucking lord or is he a fucking vampire? That's like the same fucking laws that fucking vampires abide by, is they won't come into your house unless you invite them. Oh, and if you invite a vampire, now you're asking for trouble. Is fucking Jesus a vampire, or what the fuck is happening right now?
They constrained him. Here's what they said. They said, abide with us. For it is toward evening and the day is far spent. And he went in to tarry with them. He went in to tarry with them. Now I'm about done now. The divine surprise. Verse 30 and 31. Lord, I believe Miss Clovis is so tickled.
We got Buster talking about Mrs. fucking Clovis again. You made up that fucking character, Buster. You made her up. That is not in the Bible. Miss Clovis is not in the fucking Bible. It talks about Clovis, but it does not say that that is his wife. It does not say there is a Miss Clovis. You are making shit up, you dishonest motherfucker. You are a liar.
The strangers in their house. Well, the strangers in there.
So let's not forget here why they're referring to Jesus as the stranger. Supposedly, Jesus or God or whoever affected their eyeballs so they can't discern that that is Jesus. He's like still in disguise or whatever.
And the Bible said in verse 30, and it came to pass. Now that tells me there's a lapse of time. And it came to pass, there's a lapse of time. As he sat at meat with them, he took bread and blessed it and brake. Now wait a minute, I'll ask two questions. I need some help here. And there's some good Bible students here. There's some, I consider theologians here, if you want to use that word. Where did they get the bread? And where did they get the meat?
This is your big fucking philosophical question, is where did they get the bread and where did they get the fucking meat? You know they made fucking bread on their own around the campfire. You can make the like campfire bread. I'm assuming that's what the fuck they did. They made the bread, and I'm assuming they went and either hunted and got meat by killing an animal or catching a fish, or they could have dried meat for preserving it like jerky and have carried it around with them that way. But you're making a fucking mountain out of a molehill here, fucking Buster.
How long have they been following the Lord? Who knows? His ministry lasted 3.5 years. Reckon they've been following for weeks, months, 6 months? Where'd they get the bread? And where'd they get the meat?
They can make the bread fresh around the campfire, and they can dry the meat to preserve it like jerky and carry it around for months, even fucking years, Buster, you fucking idiot.
Only thing I came up with is either she made bread and Mother Clovis went out and killed a kid of the goats and prepared meat, or they went to a neighbor's house.
Once again, Buster, that just shows how narrow-minded you are and how you lack the ability to think outside the box, that these people could have preserved food on their own by smoking it or drying it around a fire. And that's how they did this. It's not magic. It's not fucking God magic.
They didn't have bread boxes. And they didn't have deep freezers where you could pull a lamb chop out and put it in a microwave and nuke it and then put it on the grill and cook.
Oh, you motherfucker. Also, they had salt. So, hell, they turned what's-his-name's wife into a pillar of salt. They could have chipped off her fucking earlobe, crushed it up, and fucking salt-cured their fucking meat to preserve it, you fucking asshole. There's another way to preserve it and carry it around with them for months and years.
If she made bread, I see her in there making that bread. I don't know all they know is making bread. I mean, my wife makes cat-head biscuits second to none, but I don't know about all that. But I tell you,
Flour, salt, water, and yeast, you dumb motherfucker.
well, I can see maybe there's flour involved in it. I don't know what, but I see tears coming down her face. She said, God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
Oh, do you, Buster? Do you see tears coming down her face? Her, the her you made up? The Clovis's wife that you fucking made up? This is an unknown character in the fucking Bible, and you have personified them, made them a female, made them the wife of Clovis, and now you are saying that, oh, you can see her, you see her tears running down her face, and she's just doing all these things that you're fucking making up, you deceptive, lying piece of shit.
I don't know who this stranger is, but thank you for sending him our way. Brother Clovis is out there underneath the stars. He's killing the goats, and he's preparing that meat and getting it ready, and he's looking up and thanking the same God for sending this stranger our way.
Dumb fuckbuster has already admitted that he didn't know how the fuck they got meat there. They didn't know how they made bread. He didn't know any of this shit. And now he jumps from not knowing any of it to now he knows exactly what the fuck they were doing. Clovis was out there slaughtering a goat. His wife was making the bread. They were praying to the same God together. All this fucking bullshit. All of it just like it's written in the Bible. Or no. No, it ain't. You're fucking making this shit up as you go along, Buster. You dumb, deceptive motherfucker.
Yeah. And they got into the house from the boat where they're all sitting there now. She's got the bread. The word bread means loaf. Loaf. A loaf.
You're a loaf, Buster. You're a big fat fucking pants loaf. A fucking turd in the pants of society, you asshole.
There's the meat. I believe Brother Clovis said, Mr. Stranger, would you do us the honors and ask the blessing?
Oh, God.
The Bible said, and their eyes were open and they knew him, and it was in the blessing and in the breaking.
Right.
As Brother Hayes said last night, I really believe this. I believe they may have asked him to say the blessing. He took the bread, put it in his hands probably, and he said, children, let's pray. He said, let's bow our heads. And he said, our Father which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yes. I believe with one eye open and one eye closed, Sister Clovis kicked her husband underneath the table, and he said, I heard somebody else pray.
Sure, Buster. Tell us what probably the character that you just made up and inserted into this Bible story. Please tell us what they did. That will wrap up this episode of Pastor Blaster. And let me know what you think about the new format of me stopping the tape and inserting my commentary and then rolling the tape again. Let me know what you think of that. If you like that better than me talking over it, I will probably do a little mixture of talking over mixed with the start and stop. So I thought that I would stop it if something that I really want to elaborate on gets said, and I can just stop it, address it, and then go back to it. But anything like you see, like the goofy little thing where I'm screaming and slapping myself in the face and shit, when I do stuff like that, I thought I can just picture in picture put that stuff in there. If it's not that important that you hear me clearly what I'm saying, I can just kind of insert shit as I see fit, I suppose. But I'm interested to hear your feedback about it. Let me know what you think, and I'll leave you like I always do, with a rip and a sip. Till next time, gang. Peace out.